Hi Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, welcome to your reading for Pluto's shift into Aquarius. So I have an oracle card deck and a tarot card deck here. I'm going to use those shortly, but I want to give you a brief overview of the energies that we're dealing with and have been dealing with. So again, as I said, the messages here are for Sagittarius. So if your sun sign is Sagittarius and your rising sign is Sagittarius, there's a link in the description box if you need to generate your own birth chart, but we are going to get into it. So first of all, Pluto. Pluto has been, or was, in Capricorn for about 16 years. It's now officially in Aquarius for the next 20 years. It did go into Aquarius earlier this year, and it kind of backtracked into Capricorn for a while, and now it's back in Aquarius. It's not going back into Capricorn, so we're kind of done or finishing that energy, because we kind of take what we've learned in the previous chapter or cycle into the new cycle or chapter as well. And I can still see the effects in the world of the Capricorn energy. But things are changing, as you may already know. Pluto is a planet and an energy of transformation, change and power. So with Pluto, it strips everything back, it breaks things down, and we go beneath the surface to kind of identify where change is needed. And then we can sort of purge, we can regenerate, we can get our power back, hopefully by the end of it. When Pluto was in Capricorn for that 16-year period, we would have been shown where there's misuse or abuse of power, whether that's in our personal lives. Well, it could have been in our personal lives, and it definitely showed up in the world as well, still ongoing there. It has showed us the shadow side of financial systems, government, with authority and authority figures, with patriarchal structures, because Capricorn is the father, connects to the father directly. So you could have noticed changes or power struggles in your relationship with your father or father figures, but it's definitely shown up in the world as well, hasn't it? And basically Pluto, it just shows us where transformation is needed, and kind of initiates, at the very least as well, transformation wherever there is inequity with power and with resources as well. With it going, or being, should I say, I keep forgetting it's actually in Aquarius. I think I've waited so long for it to go into Aquarius, and I'm like, thank God. Although it doesn't mean it's an easy ride, but it's change, if nothing else. Aquarius is very much a progressive and liberating energy. So again, themes of change, transformation, power, disempowerment will come up with Aquarius. But with Aquarius, it's moving towards equality, freedom, liberation for everyone. With Pluto being in Aquarius, it shows us where we are disempowered and where or how we can get our power back. Aquarius pushes the boundaries of what we think is possible, which is happening in technology, with AI, with higher consciousness, with spirituality, and just anything that is for the greater good of all. Things may happen that we never thought possible. Things could get better, I would like to hope, in ways that we never thought possible, because Aquarius has a bit of a limitless kind of energy where anything is possible. And yes, Aquarius is connected to sort of friendship and community. So I kind of have an inkling as well. And I think because maybe it's happening in my personal life too, but others can relate to this as well. Where you notice the cracks in friendships and community, and even friendships or communities where you thought it was all good, you can start to have things come up where it's like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure about that. I don't like that. This doesn't seem right. Even if it's something that's been going on a long time, it's like you suddenly get a light bulb moment and you're like, actually, this isn't acceptable. I'm not happy with this. And then you may address it, you may resolve it, you may transform it, you may heal it, or you may decide you want to let go altogether. Because Pluto does have that letting go kind of energy. We let go of the things that hold us back with Pluto's energy, basically. So for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising specifically, when Pluto was in Capricorn, it was in your second house that is connected to Taurus energy. So that is everything that's valuable to you, whether it is physical possessions, your value systems, finances. Second house also includes sort of your financial attitude, so what you're willing to do to get what you want. So you probably would have had a 16-year period where you were very focused on those things, so your possessions, your value systems, etc. And there may have been changes there, or you just may have identified where things need to change with that or relating to that. Now that Pluto's in Aquarius, it's in your third house, which is connected to Gemini energy. And that's about communication. It can include very much conversation. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had a conversation with a Gemini. fantastic. Well, for me personally, because I love to talk, as you can probably tell. So for me, Gemini is the ideal conversationalist for me. Probably them and Virgo, which makes sense because Virgo, they both have Mercury, which is a planet of communication, as their main planet. So for me, that's ideal. With that energy as well, third house energy, it's also about thinking. It can be connected to learning. Also, there's a connection to relatives more. I think it's usually more to do with siblings, but relatives in general, so like aunts, uncles, cousins, rather than mother, father, child. And there's also a connection to neighbours as well. So these relationships that we're speaking of here, the relatives and the neighbours, it's the ones that are probably the ones where there's briefer interactions than, like, say, when you were raised and lived with your parents, or you've got kids. It's just slightly less close. And remember with Gemini as well, like in the tarot, it's the twins, isn't it? It's the twins. So there's that whole connection to relationships in a way too. But I am going to get into your cards. I think that's enough for you to go on. It's kind of briefish, but we're going to get into the cards. And basically, I just want to look at what it is that you need to know going forward, or just in general now that Pluto is in Aquarius. So for Sagittarius, I'm stuck on Gemini now with that third house. For Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, what do we need to know for you going forward now? What do you need to know? If anything will come out. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't fly across the room because I've got a mic attached to me and I don't want to rip it out, but it's I should be able to get it where it is down here, so just bear with me a minute. Okay. So you've got the past, a prison, bitterness, grudge, refusal to let go. That refusal to let go is sticking out because, as I said, Pluto is an energy that would show us where we need to let go. And it's a 17 card, so it is an 8. So if there is anything that during that 16-year period where Pluto was in your second house, if there's anything you haven't let go of around the themes that are mentioned, it's like, come on, you got to let it go now. With the number 8 showing up, because the number 8 is Scorpio energy, which is connected to Pluto as well. It's like, what have you not let go of? Because again, Aquarius is about liberation and freedom, isn't it? Let's get you a tarot card as well. Get comfortable. And she has got she's got 3 spider's webs in the card. And webs are known to trap people. So is there anything that is still trapping you? I mean, it speaks of bitterness and a grudge. So feelings towards something, are there feelings towards something that is trapping you? Because it references the past, it is making me think of those second house issues. So again, value systems, okay, possessions, finances. Somebody could be holding on to some sort of possession or possessions or money, or a value system that isn't working for you, and it's like you will know where the bitterness and grudge comes in, but it's like it may not be doing you any good at this point. And if you want to be free and move forward and be progressive and liberated, you're really going to have to let go. Wow. Yeah, you've got the 8 of Wands, which is Mercury in Sagittarius. Interesting, because I said you're in Pluto's in your third house, and obviously which is connected to Mercury, and you are Sagittarius. If you want to move forward and progress, you've got the 10 of Cups there as well. So I don't know if it's going to look how it looks on the table. That's how it looks on the table. I don't know if it looked the same way on camera. If you want to progress and move forward towards your happiness, there's something you're going to have to let go of that you haven't quite let go of when Pluto was in Capricorn, I would say. It could be a thought pattern as well, potentially. I'm just trying to think for how it can connect to the third house. I mean, you will know. This is to do with communication as well, actually. You may need to have a conversation with someone about something that you need to let go of. If you need to let go of a grudge or something, there may be a conversation that's needed if you want to go towards your happiness. But yeah, there's something that really needs to be let go of here, because it may be holding you back. And it's like, once you let go of it, then you'll be able to move forward. I even get the feeling that maybe there's something someone said to you that has stuck for a long time, and that is that's impacting you. And you may have a grudge or feel bitter about that, but there can be happiness. The happiness is available. I mean, happiness is always available to us if we choose it. So, but it's what you're willing to say or do to let go or let go of that will free you up and liberate you so that you can go towards that happiness, towards that 10 of Cups. You'll know what this is. If that resonates with you, saying you need to let go of something to be liberated, to go towards your happiness, you'll know what that means and what that is for you. So I'll leave that there for you, Sagittarius. So again, if you need to generate your birth chart, there's a link in the description box. Description boxes also contains links for personal readings, and if you want to see the daily written tarot and oracle card readings. But I'm going to leave your reading there. I'll be back for the in-depth monthly December readings very, very soon. So until I see you again, take care.